Talk, shop, pop, movies.
Ahoy there, this is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile, and if you're a convicted cinephile yourself, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. On my channel, I like to talk, shop, and pop open, that is, movies and physical media. Today, I will be doing my final BAFTA winners predictions. I was considering doing SAG at the same time, but considering that this is before SAG, which is usually the other way around, this one might actually affect the other because the SAG nominees, SAG ballots are voting through the 24th, I think. So BAFTA's winners could potentially affect the SAG winners. That's not usually the case. So I'm going to wait till next week to do those just to see what happens here first. The BAFTAs are this Sunday. I think they're at 1 o'clock my time, Central Standard Time. They don't show the show like live. It's stupid. They pre-record it and then show it at 7 p.m. my time if you have the BBC channel or whatever the hell they put it on. I don't. So I'm going to wait till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon until after they've announced everything and just jump on awardsdaily.com and live react to the winners the boring way because they don't like to have a real award show and do it live. But whatever. Oh, yeah. So if it's your first time finding my channel, that's random, but thank you. And, like I said, like, share, subscribe, like the ticker thing says. I put that on there so I wouldn't have to remember to say it, yet I say it anyways. I've got my gold derby up already, so I'm going to do this. That's not big enough, is it? Is this the better one? So you can actually read stuff. How about that? See, that covers me. See, that's why I got to do this. I wish you could, like, adjust it accordingly. That'd be nice. Like, if you could be like, oh, I want to move it ever so slightly, but you can't do that. So here we are. Here is the Gold Derby website with my current BAFTA predictions. I might be changing them. We'll see. This is essentially the British Oscars, for those who do not know. Let's get into this. So for Best Picture, their nominees are The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, All Quiet on the Western Front, Tar, and Elvis for some damn reason. They like their Baz Luhrmann movies at the BAFTA. What can I say? Luckily, the Oscars don't like it as much, but we'll see. Like, the obvious thing should be like, yeah, it'll be Banshees because it's Irish and it's in the British film category, which it's probably guaranteed to win that. But is it going to win both? That's very rare and strange for a movie to win Best Picture and Best British Film. I have Banshees in first now, but if Everything Everywhere is going to, like, win Everything Everywhere, it kind of doesn't need to win here, but it would definitely help, put it that way. All Quiet on the Western Front has 14 nominations, so that winning wouldn't be very surprising. Tar and Elvis would surprise me a lot more. I really don't think they're going to go for either of those for Best Picture. What should I do? Not like it matters, right? Excuse me. Been having a cough for like a week and a half. It's fun. I could just switch Everything Everywhere to get the extra 71 out of over 20 odds over the 7 over 2 odds because, I need that extra 1/10 of a point or whatever the hell it's going to be, right? I might just leave it at Banshees. I'm going to leave Banshees as I'm not going to use my super duper bet. I'm going to wait till it's something more obvious. Here we have director. They have 6 nominees. Yeah, they're weird. We got the Daniels for Everything Everywhere, Martin McDonagh for Banshees, Edward Berger, I think it's Edward Berger for All Quiet on the Western Front, who was not nominated at the Oscars, Todd Field for Tar, Park Chan-wook, who was not nominated at the Oscars, and Gina Prince Bythewood, sorry, I thought it was Blythewood for some reason, for The Woman King, surprisingly got in here, which was cool for her. No Steven Spielberg. He was not long listed. There was no way he was going to get nominated, which makes it look bad for him as far as winning at the Oscars. He could win DGA still. I hope he doesn't because that's just such an easy. I don't know. It's an uninspired choice. Let's put it that way. I already have the Daniels. I'm gonna go with the Daniels here. I could see them winning director even if they lose Best Picture over Martin McDonagh, which is what I'm going to do. I would not be surprised whatsoever if Todd Field won here. I could see him winning DGA because he's a very artsy fartsy director, and Tar does appeal to the artsy fartsy crowd, which the directors branches usually are more so. So I would honestly say Todd Field is in second place. Not like it matters for director over Martin McDonagh. And honestly, Edward Berger would probably be in third over Martin McDonagh and then the other two. But I'm going to stick with the Daniels on this one. Actress, I think I'm using my double bet for this one. Yeah. I'm going to go Kate Blanchett for everything until she loses. That's how it is. She wins. I won't be, she'll win this. If Michelle Yeoh wins this, holy crap, that's awesome. Like, I would be so happy if she does. But I don't think she's going to. She could win SAG. She needs to win SAG. I'll put it that way. But Kate Blanchett is still the favorite to win Best Actress everywhere. This is the one where, hmm, actor is good. It's fun when they're actually like a race, but hopefully by the time the Oscars comes around, it's still exciting and not just I really, really don't want Austin Butler to win. I hope he doesn't win SAG or BAFTA. Colin Farrell's best chance to win is at BAFTA. Brendan Fraser could surprise. The BAFTAs liked The Whale slightly more than the Oscars. They gave it the screenplay nomination. It missed Best Picture, but there was only 5 nominees here. So if there were 10, it might have made Best Picture at the BAFTAs. But let's see. I don't want to vote for Brendan Fraser because I want him to win so badly. So I'm going to go the home field advantage route and stick with Colin Farrell for the BAFTAs. And only because it's kind of all over the place. And he won the Globe for comedy, so it's not like he hasn't won anything. And he is the Critics' Choice Awards leader. Supporting actress, this is where Angela Bassett could easily lose. She'll probably win SAG. She won everything else up to this point, but those aren't um industry awards. There's the word. Carrie Condon is amazing in Banshees of Inisherin. I could easily see her winning here. Same thing, home field advantage. So that is definitely a thing. They don't care about Black Panther. They only gave the first one nomination for visual effects, which it didn't even get nominated for at the Oscars, which is ridiculous. Um, and the only nomination Black Panther got here, Wakanda Forever, is for Angela Bassett. So I was surprised she even got nominated, to be honest. The fact that there is 6 nominees probably helps a lot. But she's her own thing. Apologize about the coughing once again. She is surviving with or without that movie getting in for Best Picture and all that jazz. Kind of like how Brendan Fraser would be getting nominated, even if The Whale didn't get into more categories than just him. So one of the actors, I can't imagine Banshees like not winning anything here, especially with the actors. So I think either her or Colin will win. So I'm going to go with both of them in hopes that I get at least one of them right. And I would love if Carrie Condon won at the Oscars personally. Ke Huy Quan, I could see Brendan Gleeson winning here over him. This is the only one that he's not like 100% lock. But there's no way I'm not voting for him to sweep every award show. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Original screenplay. Here is where Banshees should win, even if Everything Everywhere wins picture and directors. Directors, because there's 2. Um, I think Banshees gets screenplay here because they like Martin McDonagh. This would be where they'd give it something. He would win potentially at the Oscars as well if Everything Everywhere gets picture and director. I could see them giving original screenplay to Banshees, but they don't decide it by like committee. It's all just anonymous votes. So They don't delegate it that way. So Everything Everywhere could sweep everything, so could Banshees here, or Banshees could go home 0 for 9 at the Oscars or whatever, and it would be a shame. I think Everything Everywhere is the more original screenplay, but Banshees is the better written dialogue screenplay, so depends on which way they wanna go. But they love their McDonough, and I think they'll honor him there, if anywhere else. So I already have Banshees winning, what, 4 things on top of British film? Adapted screenplay, this is tricky because The Whale's not at the Oscar. These bottom 3 are not at the Oscars. So I'm basically just gonna say, "Sorry, thanks for playing to those." Living and All Quiet are nominated at the Oscars. All Quiet doesn't really seem like a screenplay movie, but it has 14 nominations, so it could easily win. Living is much more of a writerly film, dialogue-wise, and all that nonsense. So I think this would be the thing it would win, and it is a very British film, so has that going for it. I'm gonna go with Living, and I'll be very happy if All Quiet wins because I really, really love that movie. Cinematography. See, now that Top Gun Maverick got snubbed at the Oscars, who knows what's gonna happen, right? They love their All Quiet. I think All Quiet's gonna win cinematography at the Oscars because Top Gun is not there, Batman is not there. Elvis does not deserve it. Empire of Light is there because it's Roger Deakins, as beautiful as it is. There's always cinematography is usually linked to director, and I always say even more so visual effects, oddly. And since Avatar is winning visual effects and it's not nominated for cinematography this time around, the first one won both. All Quiet on the Western Front is the only one nominated for cinematography at the Oscars that is nominated for visual effects, and it's in Best Picture. So, as far as cinematography goes, it's very, very strong for those odd reasons. It missed director there, it made it here. So, even then, it would help it here. But Top Gun Maverick has been winning cinematography literally everywhere until the Oscars. So, and it's something that the All Quiet 14 nominations could squeak out. Oh, goodness gracious me. See, here I have them at even odds. Excuse me. I'm gonna go All Quiet on that one. I would like if the Batman won. That's not gonna happen, but that'd be awesome. Costumes. This is probably the thing Elvis will get at the Oscars as well. That's like if it wins anything, it'll be costumes, I think. And I think I'm gonna go with it here. I already did. How much you want to bet I'm changing things from right answers to wrong answers on every single one of these? Film editing. Now that Top Gun Maverick isn't as strong, and the Oscars has a very strong editing and sound correlation. They do not have that here as much, but BAFTA really likes their like zoom zoom racing movies for best editing. And Top Gun isn't a racing movie, but it's a very zoom zoom fast things and flying around movie. So I could definitely see them going with Top Gun, but Everything Everywhere has the most editing. All Quiet was not nominated for editing at the Oscars, which is a shame because it's great. It's much better than Elvis. Tar was nominated instead, which is odd but interesting. On this one, I think I might stick with them since they don't have the sound editing correlation as much. I think I might stick with the most editing, and they don't care as much about Top Gun as America does. So I'm gonna stick with the Everything Everywhere on that one and watch it be Top Gun, like I said. Um, and here's the one makeup. It's gonna be. I mean, it's one of the. It's gonna be one of these five. Duh. 4 out of these 5 are at the Oscars. Matilda is not. Trying to remember what is nominated for makeup at the Oscars that is not this one, and I'm drawing a blank at the moment. But whatever it is, it's not going to win anyways. Black Panther, maybe. Yeah, I think it's Black Panther. It's going to be one of these 3 that wins. I mean, BAFTA they could go for All Quiet. It wouldn't surprise me. but I think they might go for The Whale. I hope there's often a actor makeup correlation, especially at the Oscars. I'm hoping they go for The Whale for makeup and then Brendan Fraser for actor. So I will stick with The Whale here. They liked The Whale a decent amount. I think it's more impressive makeup. Elvis has the better hairstyling, but The Whale has the better makeup, I would say. So I'm gonna stick with The Whale. Now it's gonna be Elvis because I said that. Production design, oh god. I really don't. Elvis does not have impressive production design. Babylon should be winning, but they really liked Elvis. I love that they nominated Pinocchio. I would have nominated Pinocchio. All Quiet is fantastic production design. They went for, I think, 1917 in this category that year. And The Batman is another inspired choice. But Elvis is just like, it's Vegas. It's like, it's a house with wallpaper and Vegas. That's like 90% of the movies. I don't understand why it's that impressive, personally. Um, it's gonna be one of these two though. And they liked Elvis a lot. They like Baz Luhrmann's stuff. Since I'm going for it in costumes, I might do it in art direction too, because they often go together and it's the same person winning both awards in this case, I think. It's Baz Luhrmann's wife. I forget her name. Catherine Martin? Is that it? Comment if I'm wrong or correct, please. Um, I'm gonna go with Elvis for both. Switching around my odds here. Just to hedge my bets more than anything, but I would love if Elvis just went home empty-handed personally, because I'm not a big fan of that movie. If you can tell. Best score, that should be Babylon. All these other ones are great. I would love if All Quiet on the Western Front won because it's an awesome score. But Babylon is like, goddamn, when you listen to that score. It's one of those. Best sound. See here, I don't think they'll go with Top Gun so easily, which is why I didn't want to put it for editing. And sound, I could easily see them going for All Quiet because pew pew war movies, and they love this movie. So I'm going to stick with All Quiet on that one. I'll probably get both wrong. They'll both be Top Gun, but like I said, the BAFTAs don't give a shit about Top Gun as much as the Oscars do. They didn't nominate it for writing. They didn't nominate it for Best Picture. They gave it all the tech stuff that it was going to get anyways, basically. But at least they gave it cinematography, which the Oscars somehow did not do, which is the weirdest thing. Visual effects, it's Avatar. Everyone else, thanks for playing. It is Avatar. That is one I am extra doing extra bets on because I'm not an idiot. I would love if Avatar lost visual effects just to be like a nice fuck you to James Cameron for some reason, out of spite, because I still stand by the fact now that I've rewatched the first one, those effects did not age great. The only time anything looks good is when it's 100% Navi stuff in people, but when there's like humans interacting with them, it just looks like a video game. It did not age well. I think the visual effects are more photoreal in District 9 than they are in Avatar, and I always have since that movie came out, and it cost like a tenth the budget to make. So I think that movie deserved visual effects more than Avatar, even at the time. Maybe in hindsight, I would have given it to that. But I'm probably the odd man out on that one. Best casting, it's not necessarily ensemble, but it's kind of like that. Because like Elvis doesn't have much of an ensemble. It's pretty much just him and Tom Hanks. After Sun, it's just two actors. Triangle of Sadness is an awesome cast, but I think Everything Everywhere is too fun of an option not to pick. But and I love that they have All Quiet in there because the actors in that movie are fantastic. So I'm gonna go with Everything Everywhere. Got to get a couple more things in there, right? Animated feature, Pinocchio. I'm not gonna bother looking any harder than that. Documentary. They could easily do Moon Age Daydream. These other four are nominated at the Oscars. Moon Age Daydream is not. So it would be interesting if it won because then it won't help at the Oscars. But if something else wins here, it'll be like, oh, that's the new front runner. But in honor of David Bowie, I'll just keep it at Moon Age Daydream. I could care less what wins. I haven't seen any of the movies. Foreign film, it would be weird if All Quiet didn't win, given its 14 nominations. So I'm gonna go with that. But I won't be that surprised if Decision to Leave won here because it got nominated for director. Quiet Girl got screenplay, so I could see that happening. But yeah, All Quiet. If it gets anything, it should be this one in theory. Best British Film, there are 10 nominees. We have Banshees, Living, After Sun, Good Luck to You, Leo Grand, Empire of Light, Matilda, The Wonder, Swimmers, See How They Run, and Brian and Charles, which I need to watch. It looks hilarious. This should easily be Banshee. I could see them doing Banshees for Best Picture and Living for British film because it is like the most British film out of all of these, and it's at least nominated for actor and screenplay and stuff like that. So I could see them doing that, but I could also see them just giving Banshees both, or I could see them giving Everything Everywhere Pictured and Banshees Best British Film. Hence why I'm going to do Banshees for both and assume it's going to win one of them. So there is that. That is the Rising Star Award. Yes. Yeah, I could care less. This guy's nominated for Best Actor, so it would be fitting that he'd win this because he's already nominated for something else. Or it'd be Naomi Aki, who is British, and she plays Whitney Houston in that Whitney Houston biopic that came out, that came and went already. So I'll just follow the crowd on that one. And that's voted on by the public. So I don't know. It's like when times there's a person in there who's like so famous, they're going to win. Like, what's her name from Twilight? And I was like, yeah, all her crazy fans are going to vote for her. So she won, of course. That's it. Those are my final BAFTA predictions. Like always, I hope to be wrong sometimes. I hope I'm wrong in Best Actor. I want Brendan Fraser to win, but I would love if Colin Farrell won. I just don't want Austin Butler to win. Best Picture, I would love if Everything Everywhere or even All Quiet on the Western Front won, or Banshees. Any of those three, I'd be happy with, to be honest, as far as BAFTA goes. But I want Director to go to Everything Everywhere more than Picture, even because I really want them to win Best Director at the Oscars. But that's it. Yeah, here we go. This Sunday is the BAFTAs. Like I said, after they announce everything between the hours of 1 and 3 Central Time, I will pop on here, do another thing kind of like this, and react to the winners. Next Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, my time, I will be finally doing my 500 subscribers yay live stream thing, where I will be doing a Ask Me Anything Q&A. So, people show up and ask me stuff, give you some spicy questions, or I don't care if they're movie related or not. You'll probably get better answers if they are, but I'll answer whatever. I don't care. Ask me the weirdest question ever, and if it's something I know the answer to or can answer legitimately, I will do so. Um, do that. I'm gonna go out right after I'm done with this, open every single movie I have that I have not opened yet that is within a couple years old, take the digital copies out of them and give them away during the live stream and do like trivia questions for them and stuff, including the Fablemans, which I just bought and haven't opened yet. So the Fablemans will be one of the digital copies I'll be giving away next Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on my channel. And then yeah, the SAG Awards are that Sunday. I'll probably pop on when they're done because they are playing on YouTube on these on Netflix's YouTube channel. You'll be able to watch the Screen Actors Guild Awards, and then starting next year, they will be on Netflix, which is really cool. I've been waiting for that to happen because I want to watch award shows without 17 hours of commercials on them. And I really hope that's what happens. I always say just play movie trailers as the commercials in between segments where you need to have a break. You don't need to have 40 minutes of yogurt commercials and other bullshit. Just have Jamie Lee Curtis pitching you diarrhea yogurt for an hour and a half in between the awards. Remember those commercials for the yogurt that gives you diarrhea? On that note, thanks for watching. My name is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Talk, shop, pop, movies.